So years ago, I watched a movie called Session 9. I think I've told this story on the channel once or twice. And I found it was on a list of like best ghost movies, best haunted house movies, best whatever. And I watched it and I was bored and I didn't care for it. I almost outright hated it, to be completely honest, because I just thought nothing was happening. And I love atmosphere and I love buildup and I love slower films, slow burn horror films with great atmosphere and stuff. And I wasn't honestly paying as much attention as I should have. I was probably on my phone. I probably had the lights on. I probably didn't have the music turned up very loud. And, I didn't expect that kind of thing from it. Some movies just require that. I think all movies require that, to be honest. But some movies really, really require your full attention, lights out, volume up. As I said, that's the ideal conditions in which to watch any film, but there are some like this. So years later, I gave it another chance because I just kept seeing people praising the fucking shit out of it. And I loved it. I thought it was like a masterpiece. I was like, holy shit, I fucking love this movie. I don't want to say a masterpiece, but damn near close. I loved it. And I was just shocked. And from that point on, it was something like, I was like, man, I wonder what other films that I've hated in the past that I would revisit and really enjoy. And over the years, I have found other films. It's kind of rare because for the most part, I'm pretty accurate on what I feel towards a film. Even if I go back and rewatch it, I'm like, yeah, no, that didn't work for me again. And after a second viewing, if I don't care for it, I ain't going back for a third. But, well, in certain cases I have, but only because of like, it's attached to a franchise I love, like Jason Goes to Hell, Halloween Resurrection, something like that, where I'm like, oh my God, after like 5-10 years, I'm like, okay, maybe now I'll try. Rosemary's Baby is another one because of how much it's loved. And I've tried that thing 4 times now over the years, and fuck am I bored out of my mind every single time. So that's a slow, atmospheric, fucking, considered a masterpiece, whatnot. And I will never discredit it as being those things. They are those things. I just personally don't care for it. But that all being said, so The Blackcoats' Daughter is a movie I watched a few years ago. A couple years ago, I think. Yeah, 2017, because it was like in limbo for like 2 years, because I think it was filmed in 2015 or so. It was going to be released then, and it wasn't actually released until like 2017, so I think that's when I saw it, and I was bored. I just sat there and I was just like, I was fucking around on my phone, and I watched it for Emma Roberts because she's like my love. That's like my numero uno chick in Hollywood. I just think she is the bee's knees. I think she's like the hottest fucking thing that walks the earth right now. And so I threw it on and I was bored, as I said, and I just didn't get it. And I have some close friends who, obviously love horror movies, and they have championed this film. Keen Groves, Brandon Bombay, a few others. But those are like the 2 main names. And so Brandon recently posted that this was his, one of his favorite horror movies of the last forever, and blah, blah, blah. And it was better than Hereditary and all these wild claims. And I had seen some good amount of love from it from people I respected. Even the Exploding Heads horror movie podcast, who I respect very much, Dave, Christian, and Brandon, they all had it in like their top 3 of the year it came out and stuff. And I was like, dude, it is high time I give this thing another chance. Like a really fair shot where I throw the fucking lights off, this and that. Long build up for this, but I want to do this. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I did. I put the phone out. It's just currently being streamed on Netflix. It was taken off Amazon Prime and just put on Netflix like this week, I think. And so I was like, all right, fuck it. Put my phone away, turn off the lights, boom, 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 threw it on. Atmosphere like instantly got me. Now this stars Emma Roberts and I don't know how to say her name, the girl from Sabrina and Mad Men, and she's been in tons of fucking shit lately. She is just wonderful. She is beautiful. I think she's only like 17 in this movie though, so I can't say she's hot. She's hot now, but then I'm not legally obligated to say that she's a pretty young girl. But yeah, I have to say this. The atmosphere had me big time. Turned the fucking music up, really paid attention, really focused, and it didn't like everything worked for me this time. I was really surprised by it. And here's the funny thing. When I ended the movie, I was like, man, I really liked that. And another friend of mine, Leela, she was asking, I didn't understand the ending. I was kind of lost, this and that. And me being Mr. Know-It-All Dick was like, it's not that complicated. Like, you just need to finish the movie. Because I didn't think she'd finished the movie. That's why I had made that comment. But she's like, no, I did finish it, this and that. And I was like, oh. I'm like, you still didn't get it? And I was like, shit, did I get it? So I went and I watched this ending explained video from one of those channels, Hitflix or something like that. I'll leave a link in the comments below. I highly recommend watching the video. But I watched it, and that completely sold me even more, to the point where I think it's a fucking straight up masterpiece now. I can't even believe I'm saying that because of how I felt about it the first time, how I felt about it the second time, and then after I watched the video and I got it. Like, I understood. I did not get the ending. And so I feel bad. Sorry, Leela. I'm Mr. fucking Know-It-All Dick. I didn't know it all. I was completely wrong on what I thought. I'm not giving spoilers here, but watch the ending explain video. I'll link down below. He does a much better job than I really could because he wrote it out, and he's not going to stumble over his words and be like, like I do all the goddamn time. See? But yeah, man, if this is not a film for everybody, not by a motherfucking long shot. This was directed by Osgood Perkins, right? That's his first name, Osgood? Anthony Perkins, yes. Freaking Norman Bates himself's son. I didn't realize that either. So this was directed by some horror alums lineage. And man, he lives up to his father's name 100%. This movie's fucking amazing. But as I said, super slow burn. Almost completely relies on atmosphere. If you're not buying the atmosphere, if you're not buying the performances, it's eerie as fuck. It's creeptacular. Holy shit. It does remind me of something like The Witch, I think is a good comparison, apt comparison. The Babadook, in a way. That's a little more psychological than this one. This one's a little more horror, and this one deals with possession. And it does kind of remind me of Hereditary. Now, do I prefer Hereditary over this? Yes. Brandon said it was far superior to Hereditary. I disagree with him there. I still think Hereditary is a better film, and I think it is fucking like a full-blown masterpiece. 10 out of 10, no question in my mind. But man, this is not a shabby second place for if between those two competitors there. This is a fantastic fucking movie that I'm embarrassed to admit I did not like and found boring as shit on my first viewing. But that happens. It happens, and I'm okay with admitting it, and I'm okay with, now coming and saying how much I enjoyed the shit out of it. So for anyone who's into those slower burn art house flicks, this is a must watch. If for some reason you haven't checked it out, I know a lot of people skipped right over it, but man, and after, if you did really enjoy the movie, watch the ending explained video, and maybe you'll watch it and be like, I got all of this. Okay, you're a smarter person than I am. I missed some things, and I was like, oh, that's so cool, because I can't talk about it here, but it's a totally different spin on the possession genre than I've ever seen. And now knowing what that is and all of that, holy fuck, amazing, and really bleak and dark as fuck. So yeah, Blackcoats' daughter, Emma Roberts, damn, she's gorgeous. But yeah, check this fucking thing out. Let me know what you thought about it. Yes, I know, Teddy, you hate this, and I let Daniel White down because he didn't like it, and he knew I wouldn't like it on my second viewing because him and I are almost identical on our tastes. But sorry, Dan, I loved it. Not sorry, you know what I mean. All right, guys, check it out.